NewsNation has been following in relation to the border. Ali Bradley just mentioned the death of 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungaray in Houston. She was killed last June after prosecutors say she was kidnapped by two Venezuelan men who illegally crossed the border earlier that year. Now, prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. And joining us now tonight is Alexis Nungaray, Jocelyn's mother, who has been steadfast in trying to find justice for her daughter. I'm so sorry for everything you've been through. Thank you so much for joining us. And first, can I ask, how are you doing?
Hi, good evening. I'm doing better. The grief never really goes away. The pain never really goes away. It just becomes more tolerable, and you just learn to deal with it, essentially. I try my hardest to always bring light to her name and her story, and I always do every interview that's asked of me because I'm continuously spreading awareness, and I'm continuously trying to make a name and a purpose from her not being here anymore. And I want to help other families and other young women and children who shouldn't have to go through what Jocelyn went through, what my family is now dealing with, the loss of Jocelyn.
Yeah, I see you creating meaning from this in a powerful way. And I know that prosecutors say they will be seeking the death penalty in this case. Is that the justice you're looking for?
Essentially, what I want is truly not a Christian faith-based way to go. I wish they could have that the same things that could happen. I'm so sorry, my son. I wish that they wouldn't have to be living and breathing and doing the same things and having to still live and breathe another day while Jocelyn is not here and not living and breathing anymore. But that's just not the reality of things. That's just not the reality of what can happen. And honestly, it's an eye for an eye. And as much as I wish that they didn't have another breath in their life to still live and breathe another day, I think that the death penalty fits the crime. If they didn't want to have the death penalty in play for their consequence, they should have never did the actions that they did against her.
Alexis, what is the hardest part of all of this? What do people not understand about the situation that you're in?
People think that I am against all immigration. People think that I am targeting Mexicans and people who are coming here and wanting a better life. And I will forever always speak on, I am pro-immigration. I am pro people wanting to live a better life and wanting their kids to have a better life overall. But there's a reason that every country has policies in place for border protection, for border security. And when we don't have a secure border and we're just allowing all these individuals coming in, especially from countries that are not vetted, we have absolutely no idea who we're letting into this country. And it's a lot more dangerous to allow that to happen because they're amongst young women, they're amongst young children who are vulnerable, who don't know the dangerous, heinous people that come in this country and what they're capable of. I support coming here the right way, and I support people wanting a better life. We as a country need migration, but I just don't support people who come here the wrong way.
I understand that, and I want to try to make time for two questions, but if we can be brief here, because I know we're almost out of time.
Right.
Congress has passed the Lake and Riley Act. Trump's set to make it the first bill he signs, and that would require a detention for undocumented migrants accused of theft and violent crimes. Does it go far enough?
I definitely believe it could go further. Me and Senator Ted Cruz are also working on an act to hopefully get passed through all the way to Congress, to the House, to the Senate, to have every detention center bed applicable and used, and use every measures to. I think the act that was passed for Lake and Riley is justice for what's happened to her, and that's my power to even make more justice and to even give more security to make sure that we are all safe as
Yeah. I hear that.
citizens.
Alexis, very quickly, I know the suspects are due back in court next month. I can't imagine what it is like to see them face to face. Do you plan on saying anything to them?
No, I do not.
Alexis Nungaray, I appreciate you making the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.